Hi again, this is Crawl again. This is the third video that I record for the ship. In this video we're going to be piloting the ship, and this is going to simulate um, a long trip. So there's my deep space exploration ship all the way over there, about 11.7 kilometers from here, and that's where we're going. We're actually gonna go, there's an asteroid over there. We're gonna go around the asteroid and we're gonna come back and park the ship exactly as it is right now. This will show you how to fly the ship. Well, I'm sure you do know how to fly a ship, and I'm sure you could figure it out on your own, but I tend to switch between gravity, propulsion, on and off, um, and sometimes I even use it to help me turn faster and stuff, so I'm gonna show you just that, because that's a very big ship, and usually ships that size are not very maneuverable, depending on how they were built, but I've managed to make this one, you know, um, satisfyingly maneuverable, I guess I could say. So we're gonna hop into the ship right now. I could just enter directly from behind there and just go straight into the main command room, but just for the heck of it, we're going to enter the ship from here and sprint all the way to the main command room. That way, if you haven't seen the other video, the one where I show you the interior of the ship, then this will give you an idea of what the ship looks like inside. It also gives you an idea of how long and huge the ship really is. It's not big enough to be considered a Titan, but I mean, this is the biggest I'm ever gonna build. I'm never gonna build a ship bigger than this, because that is just insane. Okay, so we are in the main command room, and I'm just gonna move a little bit to the side because I'm afraid that I might hit that thing sticking out of the platform. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. So yeah, trying to move the ship sideways like this, very slow acceleration, but the forward acceleration, it's you're gonna have to see it to believe it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're far enough. So, like I said, we're going all the way over there, 11 kilometers away, and we're coming back. So this video might be longer than the others, and you can skip through if you think that, it's too long or whatever, or once you've seen what you wanted to see. But I'm gonna do the whole trip just for the heck of it. So we're gonna start thrusting forward like this, and once we are God, I love that sound. Once we are aligned to where we want to go, look at the speed on the right side of the screen. I'm gonna turn on gravity propulsion. It jumps up 3 meters a second per tick, so that is pretty damn good. We're already almost at top speed. I think you can actually reach top speed in a little bit less than 20 seconds. So we are at top speed right now. So right now I could just, align myself properly. As soon as my top thrusters stop doing that, I'm going to turn off dampeners, and I can just release the forward thrust, and then turn off my gravity propulsion, and right now I'm just going straight at top speed. And just to show you how powerful the gravity propulsion is, I'm gonna turn on my dampeners and turn on gravity propulsion. So right now my gravity propulsion is pushing through the dampening. As you can see, all of the forward thrusters, or reverse thrusters I should call them, are working, and they're trying to stop the ship, but they can't because the gravity propulsion is stronger than the thrusters trying to stop the ship. So I'm pushing through my thrusters trying to stop the ship. So I'm just going to turn off dampeners again, but sometimes I will turn on my dampeners to help me turn and you know, avoid drifting. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to turn on dampeners and I'm going to turn right. Eventually you'll see the dampeners, they're going to stop thrusting on each side, on top and side. This means that when that happens, it means I'm no longer sliding. So right now I'm going straight again. I could turn much faster than this. I'm doing very subtle movements with the mouse just because my plan is not to turn the ship around. Not right now. So I've turned off my thrusters, and right now the gravity propulsion system is still turned on, and you can see I still have 8 days of fuel time. If I turn it off, fuel time says nothing, and that is because I could go on indefinitely like this without using fuel, because my solar panels are enough to keep all the lights turned on and all the thrusters turned on, even though they're not being used at the moment. The refineries are turned on, the assemblers are turned on, all of the interior lights are turned on. But right now there's just the main, there's four actually gravity generators that are turned on and providing gravity throughout the ship. And fuel time says, you know, I could go on like that indefinitely without using fuel at all from the reactors, thanks to the solar panels on top and on the sides. But of course, if I'm thrusting, if I'm using the gravity propulsion system, then I start using fuel. Currently there are 10 large reactors, and there's 200 uranium ingots in each one of them. I did the same thing in my deep space exploration ship, which you will see in a few minutes when we reach it. And yeah, that's pretty much, if I turn on the gravity propulsion, it's gonna go back to 8 days. This is how much fuel you have if you're going with only gravity propulsion and nothing else, with 200 uranium ingots in each one of the large reactors. We're getting closer. We're gonna turn on dampeners just to realign ourselves. Now, if my gravity propulsion was not strong enough to push through the dampeners, I could not do that, but I can because it's strong enough. Otherwise I'd be losing speed. But if I want to, I can leave my dampeners on. Only right now I'm using fuel for no reason because I don't need my dampeners on. So I'm turning them off. Goes back to 8 days of fuel time. Now right now this is pretty much just basic, you know, anyone can do what I'm doing right now, but once we start turning to go around this asteroid that we see on our left, that's where you're going to see, you know, how maneuverable the ship really is. By the way, just in case you're wondering, the reason why I put the deep space exploration ship over there was just so I could have an antenna, so I could remember where that asteroid was. Because before that, I could not see this asteroid from all the way over to the platform. I could not see it. After putting the ship there, this way I know where it is at all times. So we're going to turn on the dampeners. We're going to turn off gravity propulsion because we want to be slowing down at least a little bit while we're turning to avoid, you know, drifting too much. Now I'm rolling to my left a little bit. Rolling is really slow, but that's to be expected, such a big ship. I'm still slowing down. I'm gonna thrust forward just so I don't lose too much speed. As you can see, we're not drifting that much. If the ship was really drifting a lot, then I would have just shot, you know, I wouldn't be flying around the asteroid. I would have just, you know, shot right through and went past it. Now once we are once again aligned towards our destination, we're going to turn on gravity propulsion again to go back to top speed. In fact, we could turn it on right now. It's going to start accelerating again. We're not going to turn too much, otherwise it's just going to make us slide like crazy. If I align myself towards the antenna platform right now, I'm going to slide towards the right for quite a while, which I'm already doing right now, so I'm going to take a wide turn. But if I want to, look, I'm going to show you actually. I could turn quite a lot faster. So we're going to do that right now. We're just going to align ourselves, and the only difference is that the thrusters on the right, which are trying to dampen our speed right now and stop us from sliding, they're going to do that for quite a while. So I'm going to turn off gravity propulsion we're going to allow the ship to slow down. Once the thrusters on the right side stop thrusting, we're going to turn it on again to go full speed forward. But we're not sliding that much. Yeah, we're still sliding, but we are moving forward. I've seen ships slide so much that, you know, once they turn, they just keep sliding sideways forever, and they take forever to stabilize. Okay, so we're going straight again. Turn on gravity propulsion. I released the forward thrusters because we don't need them. We have plenty of acceleration without them. I guess I could show you first person what it looks like. So we're pretty much aligned to platform A. I want to arrive to the left of that asteroid, and I want to go around it again. I love the sound that this ship makes, and that's something that I built this ship to do. I've downloaded one ship that another player made on the workshop. I'll show you which one it is. It's OSC Vega class civilian cargo ship. I loved the way that it looked, so I downloaded it. But when you're flying the ship, you cannot hear the engines, you cannot hear the reactors, you cannot hear anything. It's like the ship is completely silent, and that is because he put his pilot seat too far from the reactors and too far from the thrusters. So when I built the ship originally, if I was flying the ship from the front cockpit, I could hear everything, but if I was flying it from up here in the main command room, I could not hear the engines at all. So that's why I built a second reactor room, and I've built it closer to the main command room so that I could hear the engines running. And right now I love the sound that it makes. We're going to turn off dampeners for a while until we get closer to the platforms. Okay, I'm just going to realign myself real quick with the dampeners on, of course. At the end of the video, I'll explain how to set up your hotbar so that you can use the gravity drive without activating it with the cooldown. just gonna let ourselves slide till we get closer. Right now everything's turned off, dampeners are turned off, and the gravity drive is turned off. So even if I turn, the ship's gonna just keep sliding in the same direction. Now, because that ship is quite a bit more expensive on fuel when you fly it, that's why this ship should only be used as a transport ship. Now, it doesn't matter what you transport, whether it's other ships or cargo or passengers. When you use that ship, you should know where you're going. That's why, the other ship is a lot more economic on fuel, so it's perfect for exploration. This one, it's really designed to haul cargo from one location to the other, so every time that you leave a station you should know exactly where you're going, so that you don't have to spend too much fuel turning or changing direction or whatever. You just align yourself towards your destination, and once you've reached top speed or your cruising speed, you just turn everything off and let yourself slide, as I'm doing right now, and you're pretty much not using any fuel. But you need to know where you're going. If you don't know where to go and you're just always changing directions, then that's when you're using the most fuel. So we're gonna turn on dampeners again, get a bit closer to our platform. Now, if I wasn't lagging at all and my FPS was like, let's say 60 FPS, all of this would seem a lot smoother. That's because my computer is old. So we're at 1,000 meter right now, so we're going to turn off the gravity drive to allow our ship to slow down to make the turn easier. We're going to roll a little bit to the right to allow some of our thrusters on the belly of the ship to help us turn. We're going to thrust forward so we don't lose too much speed. That's what I love about this ship. There's like a lot of commands to give it to fly it. It feels like you're actually flying it. It's not just point and thrust. There's some settings that you need to play with in order to fly it properly, and I love that. It's a lot more immersive. God, I wish I had a friend that plays Space Engineers so that I could ask him to stand on the platform right there on my right and record the whole thing. Like, I wish I could see the ship being flown while I'm not actually in it. Imagine the view if you were right there standing on the platform watching the ship approaching the platform like that. That would be amazing. Okay, I think I've overshot a little bit, but That is a pilot mistake. I could have done it better. Look at that. Okay, am I too close? Whoa. Okay, guys, look at that. Look at the freaking thing. I cannot believe that I've actually, managed to pass right underneath it. Like, I'm so close right now. This is insane. I actually thought I was further until it was actually too late. So I've almost crashed in that thing sticking out of the platform right there. But that, once again, was a pilot mistake. So I'm just backing away. I'm gonna align the loading platform with the platform on the asteroid, just to make it look cooler. So normally, a ship like that, you would require to have a couple of utility ships to carry cargo from, the platform into the ship, or the other way around. If you're unloading the ship onto the platform, then you'd need ships to do that. Pretty much same height. So we're gonna get off. Get off. Yeah, we're gonna get off the ship. See if I park myself well. I'm a bit disappointed in myself with this one, because I've done that same trip like several times already, and I usually don't get that close to this thing here. I'm usually parking a lot further. This time it was a fail on my part. But anyway, as you can see, yes, the ship is heavy as hell, and it feels heavy as hell, but the acceleration on it is insane. Going up 3 meters a second per tick is really good. There's a lot of small ships, very light ships, that can't even achieve that. This one, that big flying mountain is actually making it, so I'm very happy with that. And the maneuverability, you just have to have the mindset that you're flying a very heavy ship, so you're gonna want to start slowing down ahead of time when you get close to your destination. In a small ship, you start slowing down maybe, I don't know, 20 meters from your destination. With this ship, it's more like a kilometer from your destination. As long as you're in the proper mindset to fly such a big ship, then it's gonna be a breeze to fly it. So Anyway, I feel like I'm trying to sell you the ship or anything. I mean, I don't care if people don't like it and don't want to fly it. I'm just saying it's a good ship. It's well built. So yeah, my next video I'm actually gonna spawn some small ships and I'm gonna land them on both platforms, and I'm gonna travel a little bit with the ships just to show you that it can be done, and it's gonna also show you how many ships can be docked on the platforms at once. So I'm gonna go and do that right now. I'm gonna end this video and start recording the next one. So see you guys in the next vid.